Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you check out our podcast. We also have that pinned in the comment section below. Let's get into this topic here. So, over the past 24 hours, some people have been coming to our channel talking about some damn, where are you? We need a video on the Clippers' loss to the Los Angeles Lakers. Goat James went off for 150 points in the fourth quarter. Kawhi Leonard is garbage and blah, 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 blah. Where's your video? Where's your video? Where's your video? And I'm like, first of all, that was a good win by the Lakers, playing the Clippers without Paul George and Ivica Zubac. Nevertheless, that was a good win. Did the Lakers just win a championship? I can clearly remember Laker fans saying, whenever the Clippers would beat them, oh, wow, they just won. This is their championship. This is their championship. So this is what the Lakers have been relegated to? You beat the Clippers, and all of a sudden we twerking it up all over the place, knocking over drinks? Twerk it up, twerk it up, twerk it up, twerk it up. That's what they was doing, twerking it up all over the place because they were so hype about some damn we beat the Clippers. And I'm like, bro, at the end of that, the Lakers are still the 9th seed. As we speak, the Lakers are still the 9th seed. But after that win, various sports media outlets started to twerk it up, twerk it up. And one of them, of course, is ESPN. ESPN, I even saw a clip yesterday on their channel that said, I didn't see it, but I saw the thumbnail. It goes, where do we rank LeBron's performance amongst his greatest performances ever? And I'm like, what? But nevertheless, they continue to happen. They continue to do it. So what happened? Yesterday, surfing through YouTube, and I see a clip from inside the NBA with Charles Barkley and these guys. And they're talking about the Lakers and the Warriors. So I click on the clip, and it said something about Charles Barkley goes off. And I click on the clip to hear what Charles Barkley was going off about. Well, apparently, Charles, after seeing the way the people in the media have been behaving ever since the Lakers won the championship against the Clippers, he started calling out these media people, ESPN and others, for the way that they were hyping up the Lakers, who are a 9th seed, and forcing them down the throats of NBA fans like as if we're talking about a 2 or 3 seed in the Western Conference. So for those of you who didn't hear what Charles Barkley had to say, want to play it for you now, and then we're going to come back and get into this show. Take a listen to what Charles Barkley had to say here.
And they are in the play-in, but they are a dangerous team that I can't imagine anyone wants to play, and Chuck is laughing.
Because I'm so sick of these fools on other networks talking about the Lakers and the Warriors. We don't brag about any other play-in teams, do we? I understand Steph is great and LeBron is great. Ain't nobody worried about the Lakers and the Warriors in the West.
You don't think so?
I would say this, Chuck.
Okay, go ahead and say it, Killer.
If Tom Brady was in a play-in situation, you'd be like, that's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
So that's what LeBron and Steph are.
Yeah, 3 years ago. Man, nobody's worried about the Lakers and the Warriors. They're playing good right now. But let me tell you something. These teams in the West are not worried about the Lakers and the Warriors. We be kissing these guys' ass so much. We don't brag about the number 9 teams in the East. They ain't got no chance. The Lakers and the Warriors, they're on a little spell. They're doing well. LeBron was amazing last night. But they're not going to beat those teams up top,
But it's two of the best players that
ever. I understand. They are. But they're not no threat to those teams in the West. So stop juicing them up. Well, listen, I do. I get so sick of these guys on other networks just juicing these dudes up all the time. Hey, Steph and LeBron are two of the greatest to ever do it. Nobody in the West is worried about the Lakers and the Warriors. I guarantee you that.
Question. Last year, the Lakers were in the play-in, and they came out and they beat the 2-seeded Memphis Grizzlies. So a very similar situation, a young OKC team, a younger Minnesota team. Experience doesn't matter too much?
For me, I hear what Chuck is saying, but the only thing I disagree is because you're playing, when you play in a series, you have guys who have the ability to rest. You have the greatest players in the history of the game. You have a lot of things going for you. They know how to play on the road. So it's not like we're talking about an up-and-coming star.
I wouldn't want to
It's not-
play
it's-
Golden State.
It's just saying.
Can they win a
not too
series?
worried about
Can they win? Yes, they can win a series. But the question is, they got no chance of getting to the Western Conference Finals. Could they luck up and win a series? Either one of those teams,
I'll
yes.
go with that.
But they're not a threat to get to the conference finals. That's not going to happen, man. Stop juicing these guys up.
Season ended today.
No, producer,
Yeah, I want
man.
this.
Clippers will play the Suns.
Ooh, I'm not taking.
Nuggets will play the Pelicans.
I'm not taking the Suns over the Clippers.
It's a tough
No.
matchup.
I'm not taking the Suns over the Clippers. And I live in Phoenix, and I love the Suns, but I'm not taking them over the Clippers. You taking them over the Clippers, Shaq?
Well, Shaq is a Clipper hater, so.
That's a good point, Adam. Kenny, Clippers Suns.
I'm going Suns, because you know why?
Toss up.
No, you know why?
Clippers are deeper.
I know what Booker gonna do. Clippers, you know.
You don't know what Kawhi gonna do?
Yeah, I know what Kawhi gonna do, but what about the other two? They've known too.
The Suns got something to prove after that too. Because James Harden and Paul George, they gonna have to play well. But
Exactly.
I got no problems with Kawhi. That cyborg, he gonna bring it. And Norman Powell, probably the best sixth man in the NBA right now. I mean, so I told you, if Denver or the Clippers don't win the West, I'll be shocked.
So you heard what Charles Barkley had to say. Listen, I'm not surprised by this. The question one has to ask is, why are they doing this? Well, I think the answers are the following. Number one, LeBron is still the face of the NBA. So whenever something is happening around him, you're going to try to push it, as much as you can to maximize whatever revenues you can make by selling ads against those shows that are talking about LeBron James. So that's one thing. Number two, you have the fan base. Right? Lakers have a very, very big fan base, them and the Celtics and the Bulls, I'm sure. So obviously there are a lot of Laker fans out there that want to hear news about the Lakers. And I think those reasons are the reasons why it supersedes winning. Because with the Lakers, it's just whatever news that's surrounding the Lakers, it's okay to talk about. Whether they're winning, that's a great story. If they're losing, well, the story is why they're losing, right? So the Lakers are like the perfect storm. So to Charles's point, whenever we talk about a 9 seed, we talk about a 9 seed, we talk about a 9 seed, it's the Lakers. Even at the Warriors. The Warriors are the golden standard in the NBA. Yeah, I know the Lakers have the most championships historically, but the Warriors are the gold standard of the NBA as we currently speak. I don't even think that's up for debate. Over the last 10 years, the Warriors have been the number one organization in the entire NBA. I don't even think it's close. It's not the Lakers. It's not the Celtics. It's not Miami. It's none of those teams. It's the Golden State Warriors. They are the most valuable NBA team by a very good margin. By a very, very good margin. They're one of the most well-run organizations in terms of building through the draft, in terms of maintaining a certain level of excellence. It's the Golden State Warriors. They're them. So I can understand people in the media talking about them, number one. Number two, also given the recent success that the Warriors had just 2 seasons out, it's understandable. But in the case of the Lakers, I think it's just the Lakers are the Lakers, and then you have LeBron James. So it's a perfect storm, and therefore they're going to talk about them, as much as possible. As much as possible. I think people in television, in terms of producers, are some of the laziest producers in terms of thinking of topics that will engage an audience. Because if you look at Undisputed, for example, Undisputed, especially when Shannon Sharp was there, usually 3 or 4 topics to talk about: the Lakers, LeBron James, the Cowboys, or Tom Brady. That's it. And then around there, they'll sprinkle in a few other things. But if you go into the independent sector, there are people coming up with excellent content. They talk about a range of things, right? But in big media and on television, that's, I guess, what people want to hear about. So I think that's the reason that they talk about them. But it's also fair to say that there have been people at ESPN that's also complained about this. Michael Wilbon has been one of them. Kendrick Perkins has been another one of them. It's like, yo, why are we still talking about this team? But I think the way it goes with these big networks is that you must talk about them. Even with the TNT, as Charles Barkley was there complaining about, oh, we got to talk about the Lakers. We got to talk about the Lakers. Guess what they were doing? They were up there talking about the Lakers. So I don't think there's any escaping from it. You got to do it, and it's just the way that it is. Do I expect it to change? No, I don't. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.